Hi, today I'm going to show you how I clean my fan. I sleep with a fan every night and I have my whole life. And this one has not been cleaned in several months. It's really nasty. And I'm going to show you how that I take it apart and clean it. Okay, first I'm going to show you some of the things that I use to clean my fan. First of all, I have to have a screwdriver to take it apart because this type of fan has a screw in here to hold it. Use an old toothbrush, or you can use your husband's, whichever one you want to do, and a couple of rags. And this time I've never done this, but I had some of these Swiffer things, so I'm going to use one of those, see if it helps get dust off better. Some sort of cleaner. I'm using Odoban. It actually eliminates odors and it kills germs and stuff. It can be used on fabric too, but anyway, it smells like baby powder. And a garbage can. So, first thing I'm going to do is take my fan apart. I'm going to lay it on its back and I'm going to take the screw out. Not all fans have this. Some of them have little plastic clips and stuff like that. And they're a lot easier to do. Or, you know, they're not, this isn't hard, but it just takes a minute to get the screw out. Okay. Take the screw out and take the ring off. Sit it to the side. And then I'm going to take this front piece off. And I'm going to take this blade off. It does have another screw in there. Take the blade off. And the first part I'm going to clean is this back part. And you can see it's really, really nasty. The best thing for me to do would probably be to get my vacuum cleaner out and use it. But I'm not going to do that today because it's so noisy. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this little Swiffer thing and I'm going to just rub all this dust that I can off of it and put it into the garbage. And that way you get some of it off. And I really should never have let it get this bad. This is really, really bad. But I've actually been planning on doing this video for a little while and I just never did it. So I let it get worse than it should. And this is not good for you to have to breathe this stuff in from your fan either. Because everything that while it's blowing, this fan is blowing this stuff all in the air. Now, my fan is usually on 24/7. We don't normally ever turn it off. But that's just how we do. The fan beside our bed. Okay. So now, I've gotten the biggest part of the dust off. I'll pick it up. Throw it in the trash. We'll have to vacuum afterwards. It'd be really good if we didn't have carpet in the floor. And I also have a towel, an old towel. This is the one we actually dry our dogs with. I have an old towel laying across my lap. So what I'm going to do now, the base of the fan, you don't want to get it soaking wet or anything like that. So I'm going to take one of these rags, one of the cloths, and I'm just going to spray it really good. And I'm going to wipe down all of the little surfaces to clean that part up. And then I'm going to wipe I call it a cage, but it is like a blade cage, a fan blade cage, I guess. But I'm going to clean all the little dust that I see around the knobs and in the back. Anything that I can see, I'm going to clean it up. And there's some spots that it's hard to get it in there. And that's why you want the toothbrush. You don't want it too wet though, because it'll get in those little spots. And then you can take your rag and kind of wipe any excess. Let's see. I think I got all of that. You wipe all of that up. And don't forget the little spindle thing there too. And then you wipe your base. So that part is cleaned up now. And I also wipe the cord because it gathers dust too. So I'm going to set that part to the side over here, out of the way. And also, one reason is to get it out of the way. The other reason is you don't want the dust from everything else getting back on what you just cleaned. The next thing I do, and everybody in this house except my husband has long hair, so there's hair on that. It's probably mine. It's not much. The next thing I do is I clean the blade. And what I'm going to do is take this cloth that I used, and I'm going to sit the blade on top of it because it's not much difference in size, and I'm just going to spray the blade because this part you can do that with and just wipe all the little parts. And this cleaner that I'm using, if it gets in the floor on this carpet, it's not going to hurt it. In fact, it'll probably help it because it needs cleaning itself. But we're going to get the steam cleaner out to do that. But wipe all the blades off and then spray it again on the back side. Wipe it off. And now that's clean, so I will set it to the side. Now I'm going to clean the ring. It's still got cleaner on this. It's not, this is the easiest part about all of it, other than cleaning this little screw that was holding the blade on. And then their other screw. Clean it off. And then I'm going to take this same Swiffer thing, which worked out really well, and I'm going to wipe the front. This is the front of it. And it has just as much as the back side did. Wipe it on both sides. Taking the vacuum out would have been the best way to do it, and that's what anyone else could do, but this was just really bad. Okay, now I'm going to take this, and since it's not hooked to the motor, I'm just going to spray it down to clean it up. First, I'm going to get all this up. Alright, now I'm going to spray this. And in this center part, because it's got the grooves and stuff, I'm just going to use the brush to clean it a little bit. But then I'm going to use my cloth to kind of dry that up and wipe it out. And now I'm going to put it back together. Now it's a clean fan. So that's how I clean this fan. And we have different types of fans in our house. My son's is a tall one, and he takes it apart completely and washes it in the bathtub, which is a little bit easier, other than, you know, he doesn't put the part with the motor in there. We're supposed to be cleaning them more often than we do, but like I said, we let it get behind. So anyway, that's all I have for today. I thank you for watching, and if you like what you see, give me a thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already, and make sure you hit the little bell so you can be notified when I upload new videos. And share this if you would like to as well, and leave me a comment. Tell me how you clean your fans. And yeah, that's, like I said, that's all I have for today, and I thank you for watching. Bye.